Hi, I'm Melody.
Hi, I'm Taryn.
I'm Zoe.
And we're Group 3. We made the music video for By Your Side by Josiah Leon. Question number 1. In what ways did your media product use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real media products?
Well, our group looked at different conventions of our genre before we even kind of looked at ideas for our music video. We found quite a lot.
A typical convention of an acoustic genre video was to have the artist's name in big, bold letters at the beginning of the video to show what the music video was, I guess, what it was, whose it was, and what the song name of the video was. And we typically looked at an artist called James Bay, Ed Sheeran. Who else did we look at? We looked at Ingrid Michaelson. She's a sort of
that's the artist.
acoustic genre music video person.
To be fair, we never actually started with the acoustic genre though. We started on post-hardcore
Rock genre. Yeah, we typically looked, originally we looked at sort of screamer music and the less conventional type of music that people would listen to, because that's what we listened to. But then we found that this was going to be quite difficult to recreate, so we decided to go for an acoustic genre. And
it's a lot more happy.
I think it's a better video than we could have made.
It's still challenging.
Yeah, it's very playable.
We thought it would capture more audience as well.
Yeah, definitely, because a lot more people listen to acoustic genre.
Yeah.
So in our music video, we had the song name at the beginning of the music video, which is a convention of acoustic videos, as I said before. But however, we challenged this slightly, as they usually do the artist's name more than the song name. But we obviously used the song name, By Your Side, in big, bold letters.
And we took Andy Goodwin's theory about the lyrics and the visuals. So we used, obviously, the lyrics By Your Side in our video. So couples were always together.
The concept of our video was about couples, and what we had originally planned was that there would be a couple through time. So there would be a teenage couple, mid sort of 30 age 30 couple, and then an elderly couple. But when our actors backed out at the last minute, we had to improvise. So we found 2 new actors, which was myself and a friend of ours, and then we used our teacher and his wife and Melody's boyfriend's grandparents. And all 3 couples looked nothing alike. So what we had to do was they all had similar shots. So there was a shot of them walking down to a bridge in each couple's scenes, and then at the bridge, looking over the bridge, kissing, walking back, and just spending some time together. And so basically the end concept was
a magical bridge.
Yeah, just couples brought together
by couples through time. It's then
by this bridge. And and we also had some performance shots of our artist, should we say?
So we kept the conventions of like a narrative and like performance based in it, and like mixed them together, which is typical of an acoustic genre.
And with the lyrics and the visuals, we had So Don't You Let Go Girl, which is one of the first shots of the couples, and we had the young couple. It was the boyfriend. He was holding the girl's hand, and then there was the lyric coming up saying "So don't you let go, girl." And also when the chorus came to By Your Side, we had each couple together, standing next to each other, obviously, and that's when it came up By Your Side. So we thought that was appropriate to do visuals together, I guess.
Yeah. The music and the visuals could work quite well as well, considering like every pace of the shots was going well with the video as well. Like at the end when it slowed down completely, we had a shot that we what was it? Slowed down.
We slowed down the granddad shot from Pouring the Ashes. Yeah, pretty much. Slow motion.
That's the one. I couldn't think.
The way that we did that was we clicked on the video, and then we went to, what was it? Was it Modify?
modify,
and then we clicked on the speed, and then we changed the speed, and that's how we slowed down the shot to create more of a feel of sadness, because at the end of the video the old man is by himself at this bridge with his wife's ashes. So we wanted to sort of, you know, play with the emotions of the audience, and you know, get them to sort of feel something and relate to it.
Yeah, like Zoe said, it went with the pace as well, so you couldn't really have a
fast shot. Yeah. We developed on our music video of the acoustic genre by using an acoustic guitar, and obviously the song is it's in a major key. So what we didn't really know what the actual chords were, so we sort of made them up in the video, and obviously we kind of went with what Josiah Leon was singing, and we sort of heard what the chords were. So we had our artist James Spiller playing an F, a G, an A, a B, sort of like anything that was.
We did zoom into this on some of our video.
And obviously at parts he wasn't strumming the
guitar.
Yeah, the guitar. Sorry, he wasn't strumming the guitar at the right time. And then we found other shots where he was picking it and hitting it correctly, which is what we wanted to get, because this is sort of this is seen more in an acoustic video than it is in anything else really. And what we wanted was a lot of him playing the guitar, so we could get the feel of not just a narrative but also performance, but have it relate to the actual music that we used and the lyrics and everything. And
it was more of a natural performance as well. Like
it
wasn't on stage, or it wasn't just him walking around.
It was
literally like as if he was songwriting outside, like on an everyday basis.
And obviously when we filmed him, it was such a lovely day, so we thought this works well with other footage, because we filmed everything on a good day
outside.
Yeah, and we didn't really have to adjust any of the filters or anything, because we had the sunshine, and it was great, and it really worked well in our opinion, it really worked well.
And it was really nice and bright.
Yeah, and that's quite a convention of an acoustic video, because normally you see them all happy and
We worked well with that concept.
yeah, and we didn't have to challenge this. We sort of stuck to this convention, which I think is pretty good.
Oh yeah, for star iconography,
we had Spiller like really laid back, which is kind of typical for the acoustic, because they don't wear suits or anything in like the normal videos.
Yeah, so we had like scruffy hair and jeans,
like casual clothes. Yeah. It kind of worked well for where he was as well, like just sat outside against the wall. Like, it worked well.
Like if he was wearing a suit, I think it would
look a bit strange.
Yeah, definitely. And also in some of Josiah's videos on his YouTube channel, when he's just sitting by the piano or using the guitar and just videoing himself playing or just singing and stuff like that, he looks very just comfortable and happy singing just like that, without any fancy clothes, makeup, stylist in a fancy setting. I think we wanted to keep it very simple, but also have a good sort of feel to it, I guess.
Kind of worked because our actors in our concept were kind of really casual as well.
Yeah.
They were just wandering around the park, were fancy, and so kind of worked well together.
Yeah, they weren't like really like formal behaviour.
Yeah.
They were quite fun
casual,
and
Everyone was dressed in casual clothes, and obviously it was quite cold outside, so most of us were in jackets and warm clothes, but yeah.
But it worked well to have just a casual feel, regular couples, just doing regular things.
Yeah, that's just what we wanted. We just wanted it to be simple and comfortable and just look natural. We didn't want it to be this huge show. We just wanted it to be a music video.
And that wouldn't work well with our genre either, if it's a massive show.
Oh, definitely not. It wouldn't work with the song, because I think the song's
too casual.
Yeah, it's too laid back. It does have a few R&B beats in it, but it would have been weird to
try and
add anything like that in.
much.
Yeah, and I think just sticking with the guitar was better. And I think we captured that
It
well.
worked better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better.
I definitely did.
In the background of the Spiller shot, we kept quite empty as well, like the wall. So
Yeah.
it was always focused on him, so you knew he was the artist and everything.
Yeah, I mean, in a few shots we did have the By Your Side come up,
Yeah.
but that was just to signify the music and the lyrics and the visuals, and
Yeah.
I think that's just what we wanted.
Question 2. How effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary text?
I think it's quite effective because we made it a cohesive product with it. What we did was we took shots from our music video and we incorporated them into our digipack, and we wanted it to be cohesive. We wanted it to have the same feel. We wanted it to be like the music video, so that the audience would get a feel of what they were getting into when they were buying it. I'm say getting into like it's a bad thing, but it's what I mean is that we wanted them to get a feel of the music video before they watched it, so that they knew what was sort of coming, and so that, you know, we wanted to pull them in, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, like especially like in the middle of the digipack, we had like the 3 big couple shots in
Yeah.
the big, and then
Oh
had,
yeah, the
like
kissing shots.
little pictures like collaged around the big shots.
Yeah.
So you kind of saw the 3 different couples and then like bits
You
of
knew what you were
aspects
going
of
to
them.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the collage as well made it, not like filled it up, but kind of made it a bit more interesting. Because obviously
Yeah.
the outside's black and white, and you were a bit like, well, what's this about? Is it
Yeah,
dark?
because
Is
we
it
used the
good?
outside as 2 shots of James, like our artist, to show the CD who it is.
Oh yeah, and we, on our artist's YouTube channel, it says Jazilian on his banner. And it was quite, it had a face in it, but when we turned it black and white, you couldn't really tell it was a face, it was more like a weird squiggly line.
it looks really
It
weird.
looked really silly. So we edited that out and then put it on, and it looks a lot better. And we tried to make all the fonts match and everything like that.
We tried to make it look as professional as we could.
Yeah.
I think that was kind of his star iconography. We wanted to still keep a bit of him in it, because obviously we don't have anything of him, and we couldn't use him in our music video, so what we used was just his banner. So you could see the artist's name, the and the artist on the front cover, so you know who it is, you know what they look like, and you know what the music video is going to be about, because it says By Your Side, and when you see the pictures of the couples, you see, okay, this is videos of couples, this is what we want to see. And I think that can make the audience relate more to it and want to see it more, because if you're shopping with your boyfriend or your girlfriend and you see this music video, you're just like, oh, that's cute, let's watch that, you know, and I think the audience can relate more to it that way.
I think as well, using Spiller, like, he's not unattractive, so it kind of attracts more people in. Like, you're
Yeah.
not going to have like a really unattractive person on the front or anything like that.
Yeah.
Curious,
Mapping.
Inside, like inside it's
my
like
history thing.
It's more open inside.
Yeah.
Like you
It's more
literally
inviting.
open it
It
out.
pulls you in a bit
Yeah.
more.
You literally open it out and it is being open.
Yeah, with the black and white, we wanted it to be mysterious. We wanted people to pick it up and be like, oh, what is
this about?
this?
Yeah.
And in a way, we challenged. Sorry, I know this is the first question, but we challenged the convention of a real media product, because normally you'd have like a happy setting on the outside, but what we had was a sort of dark black and white setting to create mystery.
Yeah, and like you want to find out what's in there.
Yeah.
Like, you want to listen to it.
And then
Oh.
you open it up on the inside, it's really like a happy feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's more drawing in.
And the font that was in our music video, we also used on the on our digipack and our poster, because we wanted it all to be cohesive. We wanted it to be a product that all sort of mirrored each other, but
Yeah.
with its own.
Like in its own way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thought. With the poster, we didn't have any stand-up shots that we wanted to use like of our artists, so we thought we'd get like kind of like a logo of like acoustic genres, like a guitar type thing, and we used that. Then we did all the like the usual things on the poster, like star ratings, the title again, which is Leon,
Yeah.
and things like that.
And we had the shared themes of the couples on each. So we had the obviously the couples in the music video, the couples on the digipack, and then I think there was a few shots of couples on the poster, weren't there?
There might have been, yeah, there might have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't want it to be too repetitive, but we wanted it to all look very cohesive.
Yeah,
like
we wanted there to be a shared theme so that you knew these were all part of the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think that made it really effective because you know from each one what it is,
Yeah.
what you're gonna watch.
What we've done is inside, just so the collage isn't boring, we haven't laid it all straight, we haven't laid it all in the right place. We put it in kind of like a photography kind of page, so it's literally like a printed out picture but on a digipack. And we've like rotated it and things like that, cropped a few of them, self-zoomed in a few of them, so it's not just straightforward, it's quite more interesting.
It's more exciting.
It's more like a Polaroid picture.
And a bit more professional and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's what we wanted because although we wanted the shared theme, we wanted it to be different.
Yeah, we didn't want it to be really plain on the digital.
And simple, like one massive photo in the middle sort of thing.
So
yeah,
changing the pictures around kind of made it more exciting.
Yeah, we wanted it to be eye-catching so that
Yeah.
people would stop and stare at it and be like, oh, that looks good. Maybe we should watch that.
And the side where the CD goes, we didn't use like a face shot or anything like that because if you put a CD in, one, it will cover the face and two, it will look a bit distorted.
Yeah.
Like, so we left that as like a zoomed in picture of the guitar, which was also taken from our music video.
What have you learned from your audience feedback? We showed our music video to the class. We did like a class screening to our year and the year below media classes, and then asked for feedback. We gave out like a couple questionnaires, just like simple questions, asking about like what they liked, what they thought could have been done differently.
And we also filmed a few people as well, just to know.
I liked your music video because the lyrics matched the visuals. It was a good representation of the song. I liked the fact you had different couples throughout, and it wasn't just one couple, because it made it a bit more interesting. And the fact that they're all different ages.
Just to know, obviously, what they said and what they thought about it.
And also, while we were editing, we actually had some friends in here with us. So they gave us some ideas. You can change that, move around those shots, make them look, so it's not exactly the same.
So we actually got like constant feedback while we were doing it as well as when it was finished. So
yeah, I mean we got told we had a really good concept and that all couples looked natural and they all looked sort of in love. And
so that despite having to change the original concept that we wanted, it actually kind of worked in our favour really.
Like,
because it turned out quite well.
Yeah. Although in our video they did look really comfortable and stuff, beforehand, like before it was all edited, some of them were a bit uncomfortable, like they didn't know what to do at first. They were a bit scared and nervous because obviously some of them are real couples, but
the last couple
and the other person we used weren't an actual real couple, so
to
kind of make them kiss and things is a bit difficult and awkward. So we chose had to frame it differently and things like that.
We chose well, like with the actors we got.
But they were still willing to do it. And
I mean, I think obviously that may have let us down a bit because the third couple we were a bit awkward.
Yeah.
But I think in the end it turned out really well because we
just got through it.
And
some shots we kind of filmed them without them knowing, so it was a bit more natural as well. Just still being all friendly, but in a way it kind of looked quite coupley as well.
We kind of had the same problem with James though with his performance shots.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't as comfortable doing it, and you could kind of see that
Yeah.
with his like lip singing.
Yeah, a lot of people said
that.
They
all said that.
But they did say that he fit the profile well, and we chose him nicely, which we thought was true.
He knew the words and things like that. He was just a bit nervous maybe.
Yeah.
Didn't sing as loud or as big as he could have.
And they did say that the lip sync was a bit off time, and I think that's because he was quite nervous.
Yeah.
And
it really affected it.
Yeah, he was singing it a bit.
We did try singing with him as well.
We did.
But yes.
They said that the continuity of all the couples being shown doing the same type of thing was really good and it worked really well because we did have the couples in the same area. I mean, it didn't really change. It just changed from walking to being at a bridge to being at a bench, or with the mid couple, they were with their daughter. So it really they said that it really showed the concept of love.
Yeah, because you all came back to the same place.
It's like we're all sort of brought together by this one thing, and it showed that love really does last longer. Well, it can last a lifetime.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
people said they could really relate to it because they can compare it to like their own relationships
Yeah.
and like. So it was kind of good in that aspect.
Yeah, and it's quite local as well. So if
Yeah.
you do watch it locally, you can be like, oh, I've done that sort of thing.
yeah, and a lot of people said that the use of slow motion with the ashes being thrown was good because it showed that even after his wife was gone, he still went back to that place because he
Yeah.
knew it was significant
Yeah.
to the two of them, and I
Definitely.
think people really picked up on that, and they really liked that, and I
Yeah.
think it was good.
Moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was
Yeah.
quite, even when we were watching, we were like,
It
"Oh,
was
that's
so
so sad." Even though we knew it wasn't true,
Yeah.
we all
And to
sort
be fair,
of.
one
It
of
was
the
acted
actresses,
really well.
the wife of the man, did get a bit upset just watching it.
Yeah, it was
And he
pretty
got upset
heartbreaking.
as well, yeah, so it kind of worked quite well.
And we also got told that the use of shots was
good.
very
Good range.
yeah, we had a
Yeah.
good range of
It was
shots.
good that we didn't have just the same shot for
Yeah.
each couple, like even within the same
Yeah,
like
atmosphere and something.
even the
Place,
same place.
yeah.
So like even on the bridge shots, we did use like different places to put the camera and stuff. So
Different
it was-
angles,
it was,
Yeah.
all of
like,
that stuff.
A really good variety of shots
Yeah.
that we used.
But we
for
didn't-
the same ones.
We didn't just have like a block of shots for each couple, we kind of mixed them up as well.
Yeah.
So it didn't
Yeah.
look really like two couple, three, it was like quite mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More interesting.
Yeah, we said that was really good.
Fun to watch, yeah.
The feedback said that was quite good.
Yeah, because before we changed our music video around completely, when we only had our mid couple, that when we'd only just started filming,
Yeah.
when we showed some of our friends that, they said it was good, but they also said that we could have mixed up the couples a bit, which we
Yeah.
said we were going to do when we had the other footage. But in the end, I think it worked out best that we kept that we kept the couples together. That we had them separated. Sorry, that we had a shot of the
Yeah.
young couple, mid,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
old.
Kind of
Good
doing
that it
the
went in,
same
like,
thing, but their
timeline.
own thing.
Yeah.
So they all have their own independent couples, but they're
Yeah.
kind of doing the same thing.
And yeah, people said that it was a good video overall, and it was really nice. So, yeah.
Yeah.
They said that
Yeah.
having the three age differences was like a really good idea as well to show the whole
Yeah.
love last thing like you said.
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah. So you're like using all different types of couples and ages and stuff like that. It kind of targeted our audience really
Yeah.
well because it can kind of pick on anyone and be like, oh, I can
Anyone
relate to
can relate
that,
to it,
and
yeah.
yeah.
So what did we learn?
I think we learned maybe to choose more confident people or just
Yeah.
work with them a bit more before we film. So maybe
Yeah.
a few days in advance, just practice with them a bit, go over a few shots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that really affected us.
Yeah, that did affect us a bit, didn't it?
With our actors, kind of make sure quite a lot in advance that they can definitely do it because
Yeah,
obviously
we did have a few cancellations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
People
that
backing
affected.
out.
even things like trying to book a camera or
Yeah.
like you need like a forms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even like little things like that can really affect when you just can't film without a camera.
Yeah. I think another thing that we learned was to
Really?
stick with our concept no matter what. Just
Yeah.
try and stick with it no matter what, and try and find as
No
much
matter
as
the
you can.
difficulties, we
And-
always
Yeah.
stuck with the whole
Yeah.
couples concept, which was good. Even if we did
Yeah.
change it slightly, we still kept the same like general concept.
Yeah.
I think another thing that's good is that the location we picked because we could all
Yeah.
get there like it was local.
Yeah. We didn't really have any troubles with that, and we all met
Yeah.
up. At
And
the-
everyone knew where to
weather
go.
either,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah,
good.
the weather was good.
Yeah, we always check beforehand whether it was supposed to be good or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people said that was really good because it shows the happiness
Yeah.
and obviously the brightness and the happiness of the couples was quite good, and it worked well together because it was a nice day. People were happy.
Right,
Yeah.
question 4.
How did you use media technologies in the construction and research, planning and evaluation stages?
In the research stages, we used the internet for like general research on like artists that were in the acoustic genre, and
So we went on like SoundCloud.
YouTube,
Yeah,
Wikipedia,
stuff like
Jamendo.
yeah, it was more to
MTV
find them
artists.
and then find information about them.
Yeah.
So also to find out about directors who did music videos as well for
Yeah.
research. So we kind of knew what the acoustic genre was really looking for, like
Yeah.
all the little bits into it.
Yeah, MTV especially told us a lot about our artist that we found
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
and his YouTube page. So
Yeah, his YouTube page said quite a lot about him. And also on our blog there are some links to some websites where it says who he is, how old he is, where he's from,
Yeah.
how he grew up, what instruments he played, everything about him that you could possibly want to know, because he doesn't have his own website, so we had to find information about him from YouTube, his Twitter account,
Yeah.
SoundCloud, and
Yeah.
all of these different.
Yeah, if we needed extra
Websites.
information, we did have to like email him and stuff like
Yeah.
that as well.
In our planning stages, we used HD Canon cameras for the animatic. We used
Not a filming piece.
oh yeah, and anime piece. I think we also used them for our trial shoots, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used the
Yeah.
same cameras throughout our entire thing. Throughout our entire
Experience.
Media planning
Experience.
experience.
yeah, so we used we also used our phones obviously for emails and texts, which we screenshot and put on the blog, which we will also incorporate into
Yeah.
this
We
video.
used our phones, it was like quicker and we've always got it on us. And
Yeah.
we needed
Yeah.
extra
Just like
information, it was so
Facebook
easy.
to keep in touch with all our actors. as
Yeah,
well.
and text messages and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was all just we used
Everything
all of it for our
basic they would
communication.
And then
Yeah.
obviously more advanced. Yeah, and with planning, yeah, we did have to email Australia and obviously if we could use this on like consent and stuff like that, and if we could use all our actors on certain dates.
He did
and
reply,
stuff like that. And he did reply, yeah.
which was good.
Which was fine, which is also on the blog as well. Just
Yeah.
email captures and text captures and stuff like that.
So, our editing,
We use Final Cut Express.
yeah,
Yeah, we actually used that last year as well, so we
Yeah. So we kind of knew how
Yeah,
to
we-
use that.
use it.
yeah, we use HD cameras and tapes. We use FireWires, which is where you plug the FireWire into the MacBook and the camera, which helps you import the footage from the HD tape in the camera and import it onto the MacBook, which then you can
Yeah, we kept our own tape as well, so no one could
yeah
rewrite it or anything like that. We couldn't lose it. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because first when we filmed our first animatic, we
Oh,
uploaded
yeah.
it onto a MacBook and it got deleted.
Yeah,
We-
crashed
so we had
or
to
Yeah.
redo that.
We don't know how, but it got deleted, so we had to redo that. So
Yeah.
we did 2 animatics, and we uploaded them all in the same way using FireWires.
And obviously onto YouTube and then our blogs and stuff like that.
Yeah, we had to use Fit to Fill a few times because some of our shots
Yeah. A bit
weren't.
zoomed out,
Yeah.
captured some of the other shots and stuff like that.
Yeah. We had to crop some shots. Come on, crop some shots. Which shots did we have to crop? I think it was that one, the strumming one, where he was
Yeah.
playing it wrong, but he was saying the right lyrics.
Yeah.
We had to zoom in on a lot of shots as well.
I think it was our first shot of him singing. He was playing the guitar wrong, and it wasn't going to the beat. So what we had to do is we had to crop out the guitar and just have
Yeah.
him singing. Which also we also had to then sharpen that that clip, so it was quite blurry, and obviously before it wasn't, but because we had to zoom it in and crop it, it looked a bit.
So it's a little bit grainy, but
Yeah.
still you can see everything. So
Yeah.
We also played around with the colours of our shots as well. Like our first time filming and editing it, we used it in like what's it?
Sepia.
Yeah, and a sepia
to make it a bit
filter,
older.
But
it
really
it
didn't
turned
look
out
good.
orange.
Yeah. This was to
So-
fit our before concept of
Yeah.
couples traveling
Yeah.
3 times, so we thought sepia would make it look older and stuff like that.
But
Because
it just didn't look
we'd originally done black and white, and then it wasn't working properly.
No, it looks a bit dull.
It looked weird, so then we tried to make it into sepia, but then
It got a bit too
Yeah.
orange.
Too orange.
it was
We
quite
couldn't
orange,
blue.
We couldn't change it either, so it
Yeah.
just it stuck like that.
and it
So
looked horrendous.
We just
Yeah.
So-
got rid of that.
So what we did was we
Yeah.
basically just started a whole new video once we had all of our footage. We still used
Yeah.
the same footage but just
Yeah.
unfiltered, and we put it onto
Like we didn't have to, start a new piece, but we thought it would be easier.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we'd always use it to show us why we didn't use
Yeah.
that in the first place and stuff like that.
and we had to move some shots around because what we originally had was just the couples all together. So the first couple would be all of their shots, then it would be the second couple, all
Yeah,
of their
like
shots, and the
yeah.
third couple. But then when we had it like this, we didn't like it like that, and we just thought this is boring.
Yeah.
It wasn't watchable, and it wasn't playable, and it just looked
So that's when we decided
Yeah.
to kind of mix the shots
Yeah.
together with all the couples. So every time one couple went to the bridge, we'd then have the next clip of the other couple go into the bridge.
So it still kind of went in age order.
So
It just wasn't
it
the
just-
same
It flowed
concept.
a lot
Yeah.
better. Like
And with the
mixed
cropping,
together.
we cropped also more shots, like, because in some of them I was holding up the lyrics and stuff, which you saw
Yeah.
in the corner. And on the crop, we also had to zoom in on the timeline so we could
Yeah.
figure out how many seconds we want to take off the front or the end or throughout the middle.
And with placing the shots on the actual timeline, we had, I think, 5 different layers
Yeah.
Yeah.
to just so that we could separate all the shots. So we had the first layer was of the text, which was the layer which
Layered on top.
which layered on top. Then the second layer we had of all of our artist shots, which was which we labelled Spiller. The third layer, sorry, we had the young couple. The fourth layer we had the mid couple, and the fifth and final was that fifth?
Yeah.
But yeah, the fifth and final one, we had the elderly couple, just so that everything was separated and we knew where everything was and where we wanted to keep it.
Yeah, and obviously we're aware that the top layer is the first layer that gets shown.
Yeah.
So obviously you can overlap or whatever.
And also what we had to do was we had to, with obviously because there's audio from everything that we filmed, we had to, what, did we lock it out?
Yeah, we
Yeah, to
we
mute
locked-
it and
we
lock
muted
it.
it and then locked
Yeah.
it so it couldn't be
Yeah.
changed again.
Because we had our song, we had
We put our song down.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
song was the first thing to be put in there, which we imported, and then we put everything on top, and then we layered them all in the 5 different layers, and it worked out a lot better because originally we just had it all on one layer,
Yeah.
and it wasn't
It was-
so you could
working.
just tell which shot you were trying to find.
Yeah,
It was much better layering it all together.
yeah,
We found the problem with when we put the text in, we did that last, and when we put it in, it actually moved all of our shots
Yeah.
along, which meant we basically had to restart because we had to find where everything was.
Yeah, and the
again.
lip syncing wasn't on again.
Yeah,
And stuff like
so-
that.
yeah, and the guitar playing was out of sync and everything, and it looked really bad, and this was
Yeah.
only a few days ago.
Yeah, we had to add a few more shots in to make sure the
Yeah.
whole song had been covered, so that also moved more shots along and then we had
Yeah.
to move it back.
And also on the days that we filmed the young couple and the elderly couple, it was a really nice day. But on the days that we filmed the mid
It was a
couple,
bit more cloudy.
yeah, it was a little bit more
So it
dull.
wasn't as
So we had to change the brightness.
Yeah, we had to,
Yeah.
and the contrast and the
the
saturation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, what,
Yeah, like Zoe said, to mute it, we would see there's like a little green button that you have to click on, which mutes it, and then you lock it so it can't be changed or anything like that. So yeah, so we had to lock all our clips so nothing could be moved, and it was all flowing correctly.
yeah, and originally we didn't have any titles or lyrics or anything.
Yeah.
But then towards the last few weeks of editing, we decided to put some in.
yeah.
So we had, was it By Your Side at the beginning?
Yeah.
yeah, that was by your side.
By Your Side at the beginning. Then we had
And like, don't let go, girl.
yeah,
Always be holding my
some
hands
of the
up like that,
lyrics
yeah.
in the middle, and that
It was
worked
normally
quite
the
well.
chorus, and
Yeah.
then like a few little cute that we thought lyrics and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
We were able to, when we put that in, we were able to like centre where we wanted the font to go on the clip
Yeah.
and like what size it was, what font it
Mm.
was,
Yeah.
colour. So we could do a lot with where we put the font and how it
Mm.
was.
And with the framing of the shots, because of
Yeah.
that, we could also put it with the centre using.
and
the
yeah, with the last shot with the slow motion, what we did was we had to click on the clip, put the cursor over the clip, and then go to modify. And then we had to modify the speed to make it smaller, to make it slower, so that it can show that this is in slow motion. It's sad, you know. You want the
Yeah.
audience to feel the sort of heartbreak
Yeah.
that this man is feeling, and I think it worked pretty well because I think we captured that shot pretty.
Yeah, I thought that was a
pretty
really
well.
nice shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That. Yeah, like,
With. Was what were you
yeah, it's
gonna
fine,
say?
it's fine.
With our digipack, we used Publisher. It was Melody was the only one that knew how to use it, so she sort of did it, but we all contributed.
Yeah.
Ideas and stuff like that.
So do you
Like
want
the
to say how you did it?
Photoshop that you did to get rid of the weird head.
Oh yeah, I had to
and then
Photoshop
designing
out the hair and stuff, like you had to colour pick the colour in the background and paste it over and stuff like that, make sure you didn't get rid of any of the writing, stuff like that, make sure it was all the same colour. then added some contrast and stuff like
Yeah.
that to make sure it was really bright and you could see the white right on top of the black so much better.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
We decided not to use transitions because we thought that the way our music video was filmed and the way that it went to each different shot, I think we felt that that was just that was how we wanted it.
I think transitions was more movie type as well.
Yeah, and it would have
Rather than
made it
anything.
a bit longer. And by the end of our footage, we had it perfectly timed
Yeah.
to the end of the song, and we just thought, this is a music video. We
Yeah.
don't want to have any transitions. We like the way it is, and I think
The only transitions we had were not on the shots; they were on the
lyrics, yeah, the
themselves.
fade in
Yeah.
with the lyrics and fade out.
So
And I
it didn't
think
just pop up.
Yeah.
anything like that. Yeah.
And in our last few days of editing, we asked our teacher for help, and it didn't go to plan. And he moved a few of our shots around, and he actually deleted a few of them accidentally, of course, which we don't hold against him, but
Much.
secretly. But what we had to do was we had to basically sort of kind of start over again.
Start
Yeah.
over.
We
Move
put
the
the
clips back
text
and-
in, and that's
Yeah.
And a few more shots in that we didn't have before, just
Yeah.
to.
It's
But they kind
Yeah.
of worked quite well. Like
I think, yeah.
Footage.
I think it worked better at the end because then we got more performance shots and there was
Yeah.
less couples. I mean, as much as we wanted all the couples because we'd edited it and because we'd seen it every
Yeah.
single day, it was just
We wanted to keep it.
Like,
Yeah.
like the audience said in their feedback, it actually worked quite well in the end. So
Yeah.
yeah. So when it got moved around and changed, the lip sync was out. The guitar playing was completely out.
Yeah.
It was horrendous.
With the lip syncing shots as well, we did have to crop some of them because in parts of it it was on time and he was playing
Yeah.
correctly,
Yeah.
singing correctly, and then a few
Others
seconds
just
later
wasn't.
it was completely off. So
Yeah.
let's crop it and move it around, zoom in, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also had to zoom in some shots as well, just to create a more loving feel. Because in one shot it's the mid couple and they're walking towards the park. So we zoomed in on their kiss just to signify that they love each other, and it was quite cute. So we there was another shot that was zoomed in, but at the end of it we thought it didn't look very good. So we just deleted it and we just incorporated some of the shots, because I think
Yeah.
it worked out better in the end actually, because
Definitely.
our finished product is what we wanted,
Need to be.
despite our concept
Yeah.
changing. It's,
difficulties.
It went
Yeah.
better than.
actually worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it worked well at the end, and I think that's what we wanted.
Just for it to work out well.
Yeah.
And look good.
I don't think it looks that bad, do
I
you?
don't think it looks like
That's
that
pretty
either.
good.
Bet you definitely.
Thanks for watching!